Yes, it's the best day ever. Well, mainly because I'm 72 years old, doing DoorDash, and I don't know it, but I'm probably senile, so I don't remember all the other best days. But yeah, it's okay. I like doing DoorDash. Sit around parking lots for half the afternoon, and then hopefully get to go into a restaurant, pick up some food. Usually, the people you pick up from are okay. They're not thrilled to see you because most of them are waiters and waitresses for the restaurant, and because you're picking up the food, they aren't getting the customer to come into the restaurant, and they aren't getting a tip. And of course, we don't make enough money with DoorDash to leave a tip for the people that were kind enough to get the food ready for us. And then we drive, and since COVID hit, everybody just wants you to leave the food on their doorstep. So you set it on the doorstep, wherever they set it to, or in front of the door if they didn't specify. And make sure you don't put it in front of the screen door where they can't open the screen door without knocking over their food or their drinks. But set it off to the side. And then once you've done that, you step back 4 paces, you take a picture, which also catches the surroundings. And then you walk up and you ring the doorbell, unless they said, "Don't ring the doorbell, we've got a baby sleeping," or some other stuff like that. And you upload it and you drive off and you get paid. You get paid $18 an hour in California, which is less than the kids that work the fountain drinks at McDonald's and Burger King and the like. But that's okay. And you get your 18 from the moment you accept the order until the moment you complete the delivery. And usually then you're in an area where there's no business. So even though gasoline's almost $5 a gallon here in California, you drive back to wherever place you prefer to start from on your own ticket, at your own expense, which is okay. It's the deal you've made to do this. I do this instead of anything else because of a couple of things. First off, I've got a hernia, and it prevents me from more than standing more than 3 or 4 hours at a time. So I couldn't really work the register or the fountains at a fast food restaurant. I never really got an education to do anything specific because, well, first off, I never intended to have children. I've got a wonderful 27-year-old daughter. Love her. She's been my best friend for basically 27 years. I never intended to have a granddaughter. I've got a 3-year-old granddaughter who is tied for my best friend. She and I have been roommates since she was 3 months old. And the living situation her mom and dad were in was not conducive to having a baby of that size. And they were kind of overwhelmed by it. They didn't really, either one of them, prepare for being parents. But they're great parents, and they're really good kids. And they love my granddaughter to the moon and back. Guarantee that. The other reason that I hadn't planned is I hadn't planned to ever get married or have any children. My plan was I had been racing cars. When I got up racing cars at 27, I bought my first racehorse, and I started gambling a lot. And I still had the occasional job working on cars or doing this, that, and the other thing, but nothing specific. But all I had to do was pay for me. No big deal. And along came my first marriage at 33. Let's see, maybe 31. I don't know, somewhere in there. And she had a really good corporate job and didn't seem to really care what I was doing. So I owned a couple of racehorses, and I did some gambling. And what else did I do? Oh, I ran a convenience store, and then eventually that led into working at Taco Bell and being president of a Taco Bell franchise. Just a single store. Wasn't that much. Just a lot of hours, not a lot of work. And did really well with it. And then I got divorced from the first wife when I met wife number two. And wife number two was a whole different ball of wax. She was willing to live at the horse track in what's called a groom's quarters, which basically is a motel room that the track provides you with for $50 a month. And so I trained a small stable of horses, 3 or 4 cheap horses, and we made enough money floating credit cards between wins for the horses. And the second wife wanted a child, but had cancer when she was in her late teens and early 20s, and was told by everybody she couldn't have a child, and if she got pregnant she couldn't carry the child to term. And so as a result of all that, the third month we were married, it turned out she was pregnant. We led a very, very low-key life. Left the track, sold everything there, moved into a apartment, and basically laid low for about 6 months till the baby was born. And I knew I was okay. I worked a couple of jobs, managed an auto repair shop, and we moved to California, and I worked for a children's store and did delivery work for a part of Home Depot, and then an offshoot from that company. And kind of figured I'd just struggle on through dropping off refrigerators and air conditioners until my daughter graduated high school, and then it was pretty apparent by about the 10th year of our marriage that it wasn't going to be a lifetime event, and that my now ex-wife, who's a really nice lady, and a very good mother, just wasn't interested in being around when I got old. She really didn't want the responsibility of caring for me, and I sensed that, and that was okay with me. I understood. So anyways, when we got our daughter through high school, and our daughter was consensual with it, we got a divorce, and I just figured I'd move into a horse track and pay my $60 a month from my $2,000 a month Social Security, and help my kid out with things a little bit, and gamble when I wanted to, and date girls that were far too young for me, that had far too many drug addictions when I wanted to, and that would be it. But as it turned out, I found the young lady I'd been dreaming of all my life. Unfortunately, she was still the young lady I'd been dreaming of all my life, meaning that at the time she was just in her late teens, and I knew I was going to get married again now that I didn't have a wife, because I like being married. I like to be in a relationship. I like to be in love. I love to be in love. And so I asked the young lady to let me be in love with her. She was 3,000 miles away in the Dominican Republic. And I said, if you'll let me be in love with you, I will pay for your university, which was only $100 a month. And she said, why would you do that? And I said, well, because first off, I've been in love with you for the last 45, 55, let's see, about 50 years. And I owe you that because you got me through a lot of rough times, even though you didn't know about it, even though you weren't even born at some of those rough times. But I'd feel good about it if I could. And if I'm in love with you, I won't fall in love with the people that I shouldn't fall in love with here. And she said, what are my requirements? And I said, well, first off, when you do find Mr. Right, you just be honest with me and tell me. And we'll whittle down the deal a little bit where it's comfortable and he can feel that I'm not a risk to him, or he can cut ties with me altogether. It'll give me the time I need to get my head in the right place. Secondly, once a month, send me a little text message or a Facebook Messenger message telling me how school's going, because I think it's really cool that I can do something for you I didn't do for myself. And she says, that's it. And I said, go to Western Union, pick up $300. There's your first 3 months tuition. And she was already in school, but I figured, if somebody offered to pay for my daughter's college tuition here, it would be a very nice and helpful thing. So I imagined it was about the same there, because I thought her family in their society was living at about the same structure that my daughter and my ex-wife and I had been living in California. Maybe they were living a little better, but not a lot. So she went, picked up the money, came back, thanked me. By that time it was getting toward evening there, said goodnight to me. And the next morning I was greeted with a good morning, and asking about how I was doing. And from then on, every day, instead of once a month, I got a text or two or three or four from her. She's shy, so they were very brief, but very nice, very sweet, very intelligent conversations we had. Got to know each other. I got to look forward to hearing from her each day and how her day was going. Nothing major, nothing dramatic. But it totally stopped me from seeing my sugar babies and mistresses, and it just ended. I had already ended all that, and I was waiting to take up on a new situation, and I just never did. As a matter of fact, now, just 9 days shy of 8 years later from the time I put all this into motion, I haven't dated anybody. And now she and I are engaged, and we're looking to get married next summer. And I think I found my place in the world in the Dominican Republic. I think I found my purpose in life in loving her. We obviously, because minimum wage is 84 cents an hour over there, my $2,000 a month Social Security is going to be more than sufficient for us to live on and for her to pack away some money. And she's also got a degree in child psychology, which will allow her to make the U.S. equivalent of $1,000 a month, and no rent, living on the roof of her parents' house in a nice two-bedroom apartment. Very nice two-bedroom apartment, something that would go for $2,000 a month in California, if not a little more. And she wants 3 children. I love children. I love making children. And I practice the, well, never mind, we'll go there. But at any rate, I'm a really good father. I'm a really good grandfather. Yes, I'm going to miss my daughter and my granddaughter and my son-in-law like crazy. But you know something? It's time. Your granddaughter's turning 4 in a couple of months. In another year, I'll be here through Christmas. Probably till almost Valentine's Day. And so they'll only have a few more months before she enters kindergarten and starts school and has a whole new life there. My daughter has started doing respite care, and she really likes it, and she really fits it well, and she's getting good hours and good pay for it. My son-in-law's got a good job, although it's a hard job, and he's doing okay. And the granddaughter's turning into a little shit. I think she's absolutely the apple of my eye. And I'm looking forward to my fiance and I having at least one child. If she wants 3, that's fine. I'm down. I love kids. It's fun. I'm not terribly sure that she won't stop somewhere along the way, or maybe she'll want more than 3 after she's had 3. I don't know. I'm down for whatever comes. I told her I'm going to show up in the Dominican Republic with a pair of high-top white sneakers, a pair of jeans, a polo shirt, and a white sport coat over the top of it, sunglasses and a hat. And from that moment on, she will lay out my clothes for me each day. We will shop. She will pick out my clothes for me each day. And I'm representing her in her country. I don't speak any Spanish. She doesn't speak any English. But we've got Google Translate. And I think we're going to have a ball. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I think we're going to live very nice. I think everybody, when we do get married, is going to say, why would you marry him? He's old. He's not nearly as good looking as you are pretty. And I'm hoping that on our first wedding anniversary, everybody will come up to her and say, where can I get one like him? I know how to treat her. I know I've learned so much from my first 2 marriages, which other than the infidelity, I didn't do real bad. And I think we're going to have a great marriage. I'm done sitting here waiting for an order. I'm going to try somewhere else. But thanks to all of you that stopped by and checked in. I really appreciate it. We really help the money we make. This station, this channel is monetized. And last month I got 120. Month of May I made a little over 100. I'm hoping to keep that $100 going, although it's going to be a little bit of work this month. Anyways, tell me what you like. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me, you know, what makes you willing to tune in, and I'll try to give it to you. Take care now. Love y'all. Bye-bye.